proud Wakka Wakka man, and I'm very connected to my culture and to my country. I started my apprenticeship back in 1980. As a 15-year-old kid leaving Idesvale, I never thought I'd do and see the things that I've done. And it was Queensland Racing that give it to me. People don't understand that we do grow up in two worlds. Like, I grew up in my Aboriginal world, and I also grew up in the racing industry. It was a big change in society, but cultural-wise too, and it's something that I'm very, very proud of.
It's Year of the Tiger in front. Susashi's levelling up on the outside, then fending him lucky. Lyall Appo took Susashi to the lead, burst away and won. Number 5, Lyall Appo. Good to see Lyall back in the riding ranks and a winner as well.
I sat in the jockeys room with the greatest jockeys, and I looked around the room, and there wasn't too many sitting in the room the same colour as what Lyall Appo was. Like, I always tried to look through it and look over the negative part of the industry, you know, and but it was always there. The snake showed its head all the time. I was taken off horses that I'd won on, you know, 2 or 3 times for some reason. Not because I was, you know, I was better than them, you know, better than the jockeys, you know, the jockey was better than me. I've had trainers pull me up in a bar and say, you know, like, you'll never ride one of my horses because of that reason. I remember one day I trotted out, and, you know, you'd look up in the crowd, and a bloke come over and he yelled out, he said, "Hey, look, there's a monkey on that horse." Like, for a 16, 17-year-old kid, like, there wasn't someone that I could turn around to my old man and say, "Dad, do you hear that?" I had to deal with a lot of things, and you know, it wasn't until I got to meet Darby and was able to sit down with Darb and talk about things, you know, that you know, I could put things together, you know. My heroes were Aboriginal men with cowboy hats on, stockmen, like all my uncles. And then I learned about Darby McCarthy, learned about Frankie Rays, learned about Darby Munro, and all I wanted to do was be like these fellas. Darby had this calming, you know, like, influence over me. He had a calming influence over a lot of people, but Darby just knew what to say. He knew how to talk. He knew what I was going through in the industry, and he gave me strength. And I hope that someday that I could sit down with the right person and say, it's okay, like, I've been there, I know what you're going through. I was honoured to go down to headquarters and see the raising of the Aboriginal flag. It was something that I'd never thought I'd ever see in my lifetime, and to see that raised at headquarters, for me, not only special, it was very spiritual. You know, I tried to look through the racism and everything, but it was there, and I had to deal with it. And everyone else that in the industry dealt with it too. And, like, we have come a long way, and we're going forward. There needs to be more Aboriginal participants in the education of the industry. I was a young man then. I'm 60-year-old now. No Aboriginal apprentice will have to go through what I went through. Like, I'll walk through anyone. And just to give them that support and say the same thing that Darby said to me. It's okay. We got this.